Okay, so I actually feel like if I don't talk about the Harvey Weinstein thing, I'm doing myself and you a huge disservice, because it's just, not only is it so in the news, but it's so in my head. Because today is kind of the first day, if you will, like the big part of the story today is the Me Too campaign, which was started by Alyssa Milano. Alyssa Milano and Rose McGowan starred in Charmed together years ago, so it was kind of like in solidarity with Rose McGowan. Rose McGowan, if you didn't know, she's an actress, and I really think she needs a little more credit in this, because she's kind of the one who, put her career on the line to come out and start this Harvey Weinstein thing. And if you don't know about the Harvey Weinstein thing, I'll leave a link to the best story I can find below. Harvey Weinstein is basically a really big film exec who, now it's coming out that he has sexually abused and sexually harassed women in his industry for years. So the Me Too campaign is kind of like a Twitter, Facebook, I've seen it all over all the social medias today. Basically, if you have been a victim of sexual harassment of any sort, you just post Me Too. And I heard I've heard multiple people today say and write, what good is the Me Too campaign? Who is it helping? What is it doing? And that blows my mind, because people don't realize how much sexual harassment affects people and how many people it affects. And that is the purpose of the campaign. All of these women that I know and I respect, and I've never heard their stories about these things, now posting Me Too, you realize that it affects almost everyone, especially women that you know. And it could be anything from like the Harvey Weinstein situation, where he was a man in your life who was in a position of power and held, say over your career, or it could be, something as simple as the guy walked past you on the street and grabbed your butt. A whole range of offenses, and the point of the Me Too campaign is to raise awareness for how prevalent harassment like this is, and why we need to stop it and to teach people that it's not okay to harass. I think the coolest thing, if I can try to pull a positive from the Harvey Weinstein story, is that this is really bringing sexual harassment to the light. You know what I mean? It's really making it the focus of media the way it has always been kind of shushed. No one ever really wanted to talk about it before, and now in the most glamorous industry on the planet, you find this really ugly thing that's always been there, but no one really wanted to talk about it. Now everybody's talking about it. And it's not just specific to the film industry. There's unfortunately stories like this in every industry, but obviously Hollywood is the big industry that everyone loves, and so it's even scarier, I think, when it's a story like this, because Harvey Weinstein had the power over so many young actresses' careers, and he really was able to abuse that power. The other part of the story that really gets me, it's almost comical, I find, is the Oscars expelling Harvey Weinstein. That means nothing. What really makes me laugh is, like, the Oscars have become so irrelevant. No one cares. Do you care about the Oscars? Do you really genuinely care about the Oscars? Do you sit down and watch the whole show? No. Hardly anyone cares anymore. And I think people would care if the Oscars showed that they cared, but they refuse to be proactive and instead consistently show that they're just reactive. The whole world made a meme about Leonardo DiCaprio never winning an Oscar, and then they finally gave him an Oscar. Oscar So White happened, and then the next year they made sure that they had more people of color in the Academy, that they made sure they had more films that featured people of color nominated. Moonlight won Best Picture, they made sure they did that, and now there's all this public outcry about Harvey Weinstein, so Harvey Weinstein's expelled. Y'all have never had a problem with Woody Allen movies before, or Roman Polanski, or any of them, and there's no way they can play dumb. There's no way they didn't know. I'm sure the people on the executive board of the Oscars are friends with Harvey Weinstein. They all knew. I'm sure he even talked to some of them about it. But now that it matters to the public, matters to the Oscars. Which is scary, because you know that they've had the power to do this all along, and they could have done something, and they were actively choosing not to. But if I can again try to pull a positive, that shows that we have all the power. If we are able to keep dragging people like Harvey Weinstein, my optimistic heart thinks that maybe it will grow, and this public spectacle of Harvey Weinstein will spread, and maybe people like Roman Polanski and Bill Cosby and Gian Gomeshi, maybe more victims of people like that will feel more like they can come forward in the future, and we won't be in this mess again. I can hope. I don't know that that's a possible hope, but that's what I hope. What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts on the whole situation in the comments below. Please let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!